Your pal, Marauder EX, here, kicking off Let's Play Panzer Dragoon Saga. This is really, I think it was the very last game to be released on the Saturn, and it is a kick-ass RPG. 4-disc RPG, full voice acting for any character interaction at all. Only problem is the voice acting is still done in Japanese. I'm hoping my voiceover does not interfere too much with that. But everything is subtitled since the voice acting obviously is not in English. Following on the Panzer Dragoon myth, boy and a dragon defeats an empire. Granted, they throw a lot more into the mix. There's another group involved called Kramen, an offshoot of the empire. It's all political, all crazy. We are in the opening movie now. This opening sequence is one of the longest opening sequences I've ever done. I'm sitting here recording it, and with this one I actually have to record after, or I have to do the voiceover after I record. So I'm sitting here recording the movies, and I'm having to break them up, because so much is going on before I can get to a save point, or I can get to a point where I can just pause the game to break the movie. So forgive me if some of the movies seem really long or short. I'm gonna have to play it by ear when cutting the movies. This game, for having very little to it as far as a traditional RPG goes, is still able to add so much into it. You don't have a party system, there's not other characters that you're gonna get to join you, and it's you and your dragon, that's it. In place of that, they give you so much control over what you can do with those two attributes. You can change your gun. There's so many different upgrades for the gun that give different attributes to it. And then the dragon itself has 4 forms that you can manipulate and add while subtracting from another. Each form has an opposite, and you'll see that a little bit later. But you can customize your dragon, which gives you freedom over some of the abilities that you can use at any given moment. It really is just an awesome game. The storyline is a little hard to follow at times, but it happens. So with that, I'm actually going to sit back and let you guys just take in some of this for a little bit, get an idea of what's going on, take in the breathtaking Saturn graphics. Granted, at the time these were phenomenal graphics. I still think some of these cutscenes are a lot better than the FMV sequences in Final Fantasy VII. Granted, the faces all they are dated. You can tell this is definitely, 90s computer animation. It reminds me of watching an episode of Reboot. So, this lovely white-haired gentleman here is Kramen. You will get to know and hate him throughout the progression of the game. Main character's name is Edge. It's a generic JRPG sounding name. Granted, this really isn't your typical JRPG, so. And the airships do look like all of the standard airships out of the Panzer Dragoon games up until then. The monsters all look like creepy monsters from the Panzer Dragoon games. They do talk about them a little bit more, though. They are bioweapons. They were engineered. And obviously, little guns don't have much effect on it, so we're going for the rocket launcher. When in doubt, go for a rocket launcher. Of the main character does kind of come into question a lot. He has this habit of just pausing and staring off into space when, a monster is getting ready to rip his face off. So, that is Azel. In the Japanese game, it's Panzer Dragoon Azel. Obviously, the game does kind of center around her a little bit. She is a very integral part to the story. And she's probably got a major crick in her neck from sleeping in that position for however long she's been there. This game is fairly linear. There's really not too much backtracking to get new stuff. There are some things that you can unlock later on when your dragon's laser rank levels up, but it's all fairly linear. There's not too much, do I go here this time or do I go here next time sort of thing, so this is going to be a fairly easy run through. I might break down the tactics for some of the boss fights a little more in depth, since the battle system is complex enough to where there are a couple of different strategies for some of the major boss fights. So we'll see how I feel when I'm going through them. And they do make all of the character designs in this game ridiculously weird. From the main character to Azel to Kramen and creepy guy with the mask with the double-barreled shotgun. They're all ridiculously weird. Alright, I will cut the video here, and I will see you in the next part, which is still more story.
Let's fruta festina. Ushe centuria venire.